Bungie has challenged the community to an amazing event, and this is something that I hope they continue to do in the future, and I think it says a lot of really good things about where Bungie is at as a studio right now. So if you guys don't know, from September 3rd to September 7th, Bungie has given us a list of objectives to hit as a community, and if we manage to complete all of these objectives, anyone who participated in getting these activities in one way, we'll talk about that in a second, will get an exclusive emblem. Very, very cool. But there's a lot of really crazy things that we'll have to do as a community in order to unlock this emblem and satisfy all the requirements. So like I said, it starts on the daily reset on September 3rd and it will end on September 10th, once again at the daily reset. So we'll have a week to hit all of these crazy goals. So in this video, I want to break down all of the goals, what they are, and have a discussion about what I think this means going forward in Destiny and why I'm very happy that this sort of thing exists. So let's just break down the community objectives. We need to defeat 175,000 Wave 7 Escalation Protocol bosses. We need to defeat 300 million Hive on Mars. We need to complete Mars Nightfall, so we need to defeat Nokris 150,000 times, and we need to defeat Zol 100,000 times, and we also need to use 300,000 override frequencies. So I have a couple of comments on these numbers. This does seem like quite a bit, but if we come together as a community and do it, just every person make sure you log on during this week and do a couple of Nightfalls at least. Just run around, kill a bunch of Hive on Mars to help us hit that 300 million mark. Just do your part. If you don't have a fire team or you don't like doing escalation protocol or whatever, at least hit those 300,000 override frequencies. I feel like that's going to be one of the things that the community as a whole doesn't really do. Like, that's going to be one of the last objectives we hit, I believe. I think everyone's going to be throwing themselves at escalation protocol first. So I would not be surprised if override frequencies is kind of lacking. So if you're a solo player, make sure you jump in there and just start unlocking them. You know, you don't have to do a crazy amount by yourself. Do 5 or 10 a day or something like that. That's about an hour worth of work. It's not a lot of time at all, and it will help us get this really, really cool emblem. So the rewards, like I said, the emblem, it's really interesting how they're doing this though. Any player who completes at least one Nightfall during this week will be granted the unique emblem. I don't know why they didn't make it anyone who completes the Nightfall or completes a Wave 7 Escalation Protocol or turns in like 10 resonance frequencies or whatever. It's kind of odd that they limited that to one Nightfall. So regardless of what you do in this week, make sure you complete either a Nokris or a Zol Nightfall. But other than that, you will be good to go. So that is the entire challenge. Essentially do a shit ton of stuff on Mars during the week of September 3rd to September 10th. Kill a bunch of Hive, kill a bunch of Wave 7 Escalation Protocol bosses, defeat Nokris and Zol a ton of times, and of course use the 300,000 override frequencies. I think that the community will very easily be able to hit this. I would not be surprised if we did it within the first 48 hours. I think everyone's just going to be throwing themselves at this. I'll definitely be doing a very long stream that first day, just, grinding stuff out as much as possible. I'm pretty excited for it. Now, let's talk about what this means for the future of Destiny. I freaking love community challenges. If you guys aren't familiar with the Call of Duty series, Treyarch started with, I believe, Black Ops 3, but it might have been Black Ops 2, doing these sorts of challenges where if the community came together and did a certain thing, it would unlock like a skin for everyone or something to that extent. And it really, really livened up the community. Playtime during those weekends or weeks were way higher, if I recall correctly. And all in all, the community was just very satisfied with these types of challenges. That's awesome. This gets community engagement up. It shows that the companies are kind of doing their best to develop new content, keep the community engaged with the game, with each other, with the devs as well, and it gives them a chance to introduce really cool, unique rewards as well. And it's just really fun, We can look back in a year or 2 years and say, oh, we have this emblem because we participated in this extremely limited event. And it just gives you a chance to like flex in the future, come together as a community, do something really cool, and have a little bit of fun and warm up before Shadowkeep launches as well. So I'm very excited for this. I think it is a fantastic move on Bungie's part. I hope they continue to do this, but in the future, I hope they kind of give us a little bit more. Emblems are really cool, but you can, of course, only display like 3 at a time. And if we have a lot of these events, there's going to become some overlap where we have 10 limited event emblems to choose from and you can only wear one. So it'd be cool if we try to diversify in the future. Maybe the next event gives us a limited time sparrow or a ghost shell or something like that. It would be really kind of interesting if one even gave us an exclusive shader. So, we had some type of color effect to our character that you only can have if you participated in a similar event or something like that. I think that would be very cool. But just the idea that Bungie is kind of breaking this normality of content cycle. They've been doing this with the annual pass. We used to just get content 3-4 times a year. There would be, a September DLC, a spring DLC, a winter DLC, and that would be pretty much all that we got. Maybe a live event or like SRL or something in there as well. But those were the main content drops for the year that we had to look forward to. Then with the annual pass, of course, we have the main content drops. So we have the 3 mini expansions, the 1 September expansion, but the way they space out content is we're getting it more on a weekly basis rather than on like a quarterly basis, which is really cool. That means there's always something to do, and this just plays more into that. There's going to be these limited time events, which I'm sure the community is going to respond greatly to, by the way. I don't see any negatives to this. The entire community is going to say, we love this. Bungie's going to maybe give us, hopefully, some more of these types of events in the future, and that way, not only do we have the September DLC, not only do we have the seasonal content as well, which is coming out on like a weekly basis, we also have these limited time events that only appear once, coming out every couple of months ideally, that also give us more things to do, more things to grind for, more things to earn, and more things to show off. It is a very cool system. I love the idea. It adds more content, it adds more, like I said, community engagement, which is really fun, and honestly, it just makes Destiny stand apart as its own game compared to things like Warframe or The Division. Anything that Bungie can do to make the game more sporadic, more living, more spontaneous, it's excellent. It does a lot for the livelihood of the game, and it just makes Destiny the amazing universe that it is. So let me know what you guys think about all of this down in the comment section below. I'm very excited. I can't wait to see what the community can do with this challenge. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like rating and to share it with your friends. If you're interested in watching either of the 2 videos on screen, you can click their respective annotations to be taken to them. If you're brand new to my channel, make sure to hit the giant version of my logo on screen to be subscribed to my awesome Destiny 2 videos and live streams. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and I'll see you in my next video.